Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Switch with the Japanese voices enabled. In the last video we left off killing some, well, what can we say, more monsters for their jet items so we can gem craft, and in the last video we finally finished off another diamond. We finished off was Swelling Scourge 10. We're going to make that now and pin the next materials to start with that. Annoyingly enough, we have none of the items. But before, I actually don't even know if we've... Oh, actually, we can check to see if we farmed Empedias or not. I am gonna check these rank 10 real quick. I could have sworn we farmed Empedias. Maybe we farmed them in other spots, but not here apparently. So yeah, I thought that was a different monster we've already taken out, but no. In fact, we have farmed none of the monsters out of the list, so this is gonna take a long time to complete. Anyway, let's actually check our cooking to make sure that I'm not, like, missing something out. Okay, that's plenty of time left. You don't need to refresh that. Anyway, for the first monster on our list, yes, we are left off doing gem crafting with a full guide because I figured it'd be nice to show the best ways to grind all of the gems. Because, like, how will you know where to grind based off other stuff? And even if there is a video out, it just shows like a small clip or something, or just briefly shows a small, yeah, like, it doesn't necessarily show where the best spots to grind are. So, like, yeah. I will say, though, I mentioned before that the second of the 5 defense gems is the one that you're going to want to collect. Here we go. This is literally the one we first talked about. Right. Now we're going to take on pressing Merfrey. Oh yeah, remember these big boys that have like this giant sword or whatever? Yeah, that's who we're going to be taking out. I think they look like altered versions of Levinuses that we've been facing. So they look quite a bit different, and they have a big sword, which I don't know if Levinuses are supposed to have. Maybe they're like the Gastries, where that's like gun, except it's like sword instead of man. Anyways, we do unfortunately need 2 sets of items for them once again. A common one as well as a regular job. But if you remember the last video, we've been killing tons of these guys when we first came over to Origin, so hopefully we already have a lot of common materials. That was the idea behind that. I am, this time around, going to just let the full fight play out from start. No chain this time. Hey, he's almost straight up didn't go off. Sometimes I feel like the bots are dumb though. Cause like, it does seem like half of the time they take a like at least 2 extra seconds or longer before they actually use their days. Whereas other times they are fit inside it and basically know exactly when to time and burst it, so monster just gets instantly bursted because like they react so fast. It almost feels like me as a player cannot have, and like at that fight, it feels like me as a player has a lot harder of a time actually getting it timed right. It's actually because of that that I occasionally just use this special ultimate on the spot, hoping that I time it right as the days comes out so we can just get an insta burst in there. Okay, cool. Unique gave him the stick. I do mean it when like that staff, even though that is a staff, the way it kind of extends like that initially makes you mistake it for a stick, so that's why I think they did that, if you're wondering. Cool. Just barely stopped that. Okay, we're seeming to be getting a good amount of pop materials in addition to our purples. If we get this monster, if this monster ever spawns as a lucky monster, we'll of course have to remove it. For those of you who don't know, you can choose respawn monsters to either force them to be... I should have used my thing. I do not know though that they would be all out of bursts. Well, since that missed, I know that there's going to be at least 2 burst ups. Miyavi will get her burst off. Then at least one person will have their demise brushed. Yeah, see, there we go. I was about to say at least one person will have that stick thing up, so we'll do that. Any waste of hers there. Miyavi will probably have her art next. There we go. That could have actually been somebody else altogether. I can't tell half of the time who does what. This guy is shoving me all over the place. I don't know if I'm getting to this shell finishing properly. I was finishing like this at first to get the materials, but... Okay, I don't want to mess up this combo, so I'm definitely using my art on the last one. I think it worked. Somebody else might have stolen it anyway, but I wanted to make sure that I got that. Ooh, and Noah finally hit max rank with that class. It does feel like it takes a really long time, but given there's still a lot of grinding to be done, that's basically most of Noah's grinding done with that. Okay, I am gonna, when I change him to his final mass, which is gonna be Oponic Champion, I need to make sure that he actually has the proper setup, so Fate, Towel, and Flashback. Yes, and Tri-Slash, of course, also need to be on the same event, which they are. Dual Flash. Yeah, it might help out if I just... I should actually put that on Mio. I don't know why I don't have that on. Wait, for some reason on Mio, it has a 320% multiplier, But Noah's probably about to buy on the exact same thing as only 190%. Is that because he doesn't have a high rank yet? I'm guessing that's why, because, like, you do get rank boosted upon doing that stuff. Alright. We have close almost to the common pieces. Just one more kill or half a kill should do it. Make it kind of a hit one. We might already have our purple materials, but we do still need a bit more common drops. And, so, I have an idea. This will sound a little bit silly at first, but you'll probably understand what I mean. Let's see, look at more. Somebody wasted a shield bash there. I'm gonna actually wait mine on purpose. So I can, yeah, whoa! See, that's what I mean by the bot being super cheap. Like, it almost feels like they are psychic. Like, sometimes they know exactly when to use the day setup, and by the time you use it out, they're just instantly dazed. It's like they try to hard read the... It's almost like they know how to hard read the fact that daze is going to be coming, so they just use their daze art early. Okay, I already did one burst, so the idea that I was going to try out is the moment I got 30 out of 30 on this thing, I want to actually do 2 more complete bursts, and then once I complete this next upcoming burst, I wanted to get 3 more bursts after this, just to make sure I got a decent amount of materials. And then, once I complete that burst, I'm gonna actually do the strategy that everybody probably remembers we talk about a lot. I should probably use this. And of course, get the materials before I do this. You know what, I have enough parts. Let's do one more for extra effort. Let's get the materials real quick. Alright. After we do that, yeah, we're just gonna give up in the middle of the battle and immediately reload, and that way we don't have to go for that full-on battle, and then we can just check to see if we have 30 on everything, and we do. Perfect. That was timed decently well. I just wanted to make sure. Sometimes one drop just doesn't happen for a while. Anyway, now we need to go to, ooh, we actually just were here. So, it's gonna be quite interesting. We go to Vincelog Home Tab. By the way, depending on our setup, we might actually show off 3 monsters here instead of 2. I will admit, I do like that this grind is also getting us some unique monsters that we haven't defeated yet. Oh, speaking of which, we haven't even defeated Ilmajar, Hill Happy, Briar Joy yet, so I guess we're gonna start with that. Anyways, yeah, apparently no Ponic Champ. Anyways, this guy really loves to spin around, by the way. That's one warning. Whenever he, like, does an attack setup, he seems to really like spinning around, so, any no Ponic champion will instantly be, like, 50 times more helpful there, since you do not have to be positioned at the side to break it. Annoyingly enough, though, it's another level 75 higher level monster once again. Just like all the other high level monsters, it's gonna be resistant. Great. Funnily enough, that other peak monster wasn't nearly as resistant to break as this one, so we've already been hitting it quite a bit more. It could be, though, that this one is straight up normally immune. So you can see it has regular arts where it's going to flip around to the side, and I think it even has one where it's just going to flip around altogether. So yeah, ideally you want at least one, maybe multiple no-ponic champion characters in that class to use that class. That way you get as much art damage as possible. Because, like, it has multiple things, like even that charge you saw it do, that just move it around the area, making it very difficult to find at times. Now, Merfrey are only found here in Cadencia, but they're also quite rare to find. And like other aquatic monsters, one of the hardest things about these monsters is actually trying to find their drop. If you remember, we took out another awkward monster that was like a giant CJ or whatever, and its materials were so awkward to find, it was actually unreal. They literally kept on like spawning in the ground and doing other stuff. Ugh, it's really stupid. I will admit that one other sea monster, it's kind of annoying where it keeps on getting knocked out of the side area, so I think I'm probably, when I come to the next battle, I'll probably only set up one daze burst combo and then maybe just try to manually control a daze, if possible, at a certain point. Just so we can guarantee that the burst actually, like, happens. That way we can get that done. Or just use the other strategy where, like, we just do burst for most of the fight, but have at least one launch so we can do the combo. Alright. Otherwise, it's a unique monster we haven't taken out yet, so we're definitely going to take it out. This is one where we initially met it at like level 70. The thing is, well, we still weren't really strong enough to defeat it. And by the way, yes, if anybody is wondering, when I first showed off the take you out of the first super bosses, apparently they do have ranks of these. You can actually challenge a higher rank of it, and it'll be much stronger than any other monster AM. But for the purpose of the video, I think just taking them out is good enough for me. Also, for some of the later battles, we're gonna have to use a more accuracy-based setup. Alright. Oh wow, they actually dropped right in front of the monster. Alright. They all use daze right there. I was paying more attention. I noticed they did all use daze, so I'm gonna have to daze myself. Daze. If you're wondering why I'm controlling Neo, it's simply due to being able to start off with a break right off the bat and also control the breaks more frequently. Oh yeah, this is one thing I was worried about. As with any other aquatic monster, if you keep on bursting it too much, it'll eventually be retreated outside of its area of effect, but I guess that's kind of to our advantage anyways, since, like, remember, which is annoying because we have to kill it, but convey it for us because we still probably needed more materials for it anyway, so reset, and now we're going to try it again. I'm going to try fight it from this angle instead. Hopefully that should help out. I obviously don't want to let this happen again, so we're going to chain it once more. By the way, if it falls out the side of the arena or whatever, it will not count as a death. I will, of course, have to check the materials that I'm getting first. Anyways, yes, this enemy regularly spins around. Particularly trying to manually control the characters, this makes it really hard to break this particular enemy if you're using anyone that breaks from the side. But unlike before, I think there is this walk wall that you can continue to hit it on, so get that, it won't be that trolly anymore. Oh yeah, we still need a lot of materials from it anyway. Honestly, it was to our advantage to let it reset. That way we at least continue getting the materials, though it would have been nice to kill it soon. The only annoying part is when it does that wave impact thing. I have a way I'm gonna... You know what? I don't really want to mess up this effect setup, so I'm gonna briefly manually control Taion and start doing a couple of bursts with him. This is exclusively to make him go where I want him to go. So like, I'm gonna set it up so that we burst him back over. So if for some reason he's bursting a wrong way, we're gonna set it up so that when he does get burst... Ooh, what the heck? Somebody else also has a base burst combo? Anyways, yeah, I want to set it up like this just so that if we do get stuck or whatever, it's just to make sure that we don't move it too far away. Somehow Miyabi hit it first. Or Miyabi tried to hit it anyway. So yes, already using it. I don't know, I kind of want to position myself in this spot. Hey, we got our materials, so now we're gonna start chain attacking. Start with Taion, so we can have him in a good spot to power circle at least one of our characters. There we go. Topple, hit. That's all I'm gonna do. We don't get the damage bonus from Topple because we had to do it like that. The thing we can do differently is go straight into Noah and just get our thing down. That'll be what we'll have to do instead of using a healer to manually set to 99, which means probably just save Taion for when we absolutely need him. Don't really have much of a choice here, so we're gonna have to go straight into Cena. I'm gonna use this one. Lesser percentage, so we have a lesser chance of getting it to 100% on accident, which we were able to avoid successfully, thankfully. Now I'll use this, which will trigger another artifact, and yes, we are not bursting as a poet. Don't want to risk losing materials this time. We might just have to FHA early if we get unlucky with hearts this time, but this time around we get Miyabi, so we at least have that. We're gonna use that. Since we saved Mio up to this point, we're gonna use Miyabi actually instead of Mio. But Mio will get some free TP there. That might help out a bit later when we try and do stuff. Eventually I am probably gonna burst this guy, but I might not do it in this chain. So yeah, I purposely positioned Taion so at least one character would get hit by a SL. That'll help us do a lot more damage. Also, that we can use Giant Sword safely. Nice, 200%. Now we want to loop this as many times as possible. The last previous times, we've never been able to loop 200% really effectively. Now we can, and we get Lance. We almost didn't get Lance there. That would have been unlucky if we did. Alright, who do we pick now? Miyabi will have the lowest chance of going over 100%, so we'll pick her. Now we use Uni again. This might be a bit harder to get at 200% with, but we'll still try it. Okay, we did get it 200%. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Yeah, this is the combo we want to put away. Oh, see, now the arts are starting to do a lot of our damage. Now we're gonna drop another power circle. We got an attack boost also, thanks to Lance. It's another reason why we wanted him up over the others, is he gives us an attack boost. Which helps us do a lot more damage, and we did kill him. That's another unique off the table now. As they were knocking out, that did a lot more damage this time. We got strength support as our skill from that guy. Oh wow, we got a lot more Merfrey tails in particular. So that should have gotten us diams, yeah. Yeah, we definitely got it. Alright. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this video, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's gonna be it. I will admit, if you're going to refight this guy, you're gonna have to teleport up here since he spawns down in the lower water area. So, like I said, that actually worked out perfect that way, that we intentionally made him go out. Because the chances are we weren't going to get all the materials anyways, and the second fight easily gave us all the materials we need. But, fortunately, that is going to be the end of this episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like and enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.